Yo, yo, peace and blessings, everyone. Hope everyone is doing just fine this week. Sometimes we always can't be, we all can't always be good and great, you know, but I don't want you guys to be down either. Sometimes we just gotta get through the day. So it's understandable. We gotta endure. We all want to get out of this land. We're all tired of it, but we just gotta stay enduring. Just get through it sometimes, okay? Remember, as Yahuah has said, don't worry about tomorrow, for tomorrow has troubles and worries of its own. So just focus on today, and whatever happens tomorrow, let that be worried about for tomorrow. With all that being said, I want to just bring out the book of Jasher or Jasher, and it's not really anything crazy I want to talk about. It's just about our trust in the Most High. As I'm reading it right now, I just came about a part where one of the sons talked to his father, uh, Yaakov, about trusting in the Most High and not having fear, because all of the inhabitants of the Canaanites, if I'm pronouncing that right, basically like the Africans or the Hamites descendants, they're coming all towards to destroy Yaakov and his people because of what they've done to. Oh my goodness, this bug. Um, Sorry. Basically, to bring chapter 34 into a quick recap, if you didn't know about it, pretty much what happened was Yaakov's daughter was taken by one of the sovereigns in this land. His name was Shechem. Shechem took Yaakov's daughter by force, and he humbled her, or the other saying. He humbled her, and the son and the two sons of Yaakov, Levi and Shimon, if I'm pronouncing that right, they basically went to destroy the inhabitants of the people. They made them. Put this even quicker. Basically, he told the inhabitants of the people, or he told the king, Shechem, and his father, that if they get circumcised, we'll intermingle and all that stuff. But it was basically a trick. So they did that, and they were injured. Then the two went. The two went to go fight, to destroy the whole city, pretty much. They destroyed the whole city. I mean, they left a few people there. I'm not going to get into the exact details. We can read it. You can read it for yourself. It's in 34 and some in 33. But anyways, though, now there were some people that were against it. Again, I'm bad at this, but so Shechem agreed to the agreement of getting circumcised and all that. He told the land was fine with it, but Shechem's father's brother, I think it was. I might be wrong on that, but they disagreed with it, and there was like about 20 of them that disagreed with it. Then they tried to bring the people back to their senses and all, but they were already circumcised, and pretty much the 20 that disagreed with it, they brought them, Shechem and the rest of the land of that city, back to their senses, and they're like, just wait for us to heal so that we can go against the sons of Yaakov for making us do this, and we'll take their daughters again by force. So, but it was already too late. So Levi and Shimon already went to attack them, but the 20 men, they went to go and try and stop them. They killed 18 of them, but 2 of them escaped. They went into a tar pit and hid. and Shimon and Levi couldn't find them. They destroyed the city. They left. I think it was like I think they said, they pretty much killed all the men, but they left the children and the women. But they took 85 of their women that never knew a man. So now the two that survived, they went to the other cities. They went to another city um, that was of their people, and that's pretty much where I'm getting to now. And it's long. So just bear with me. Hopefully, this video does not go into a whole 40-minute again. I'm gonna try to get it down to 20 minutes. If not, I guess I'll just make another one. Try to make it shorter without all the explanation. Anyways, hope you enjoy. And again, this is just about how great the Most High is and how He protects us. So this is I just want you guys to get the understanding of how we should not have fear in anything when it comes to this. As long as we stay obedient and righteous to Him, that no matter where it is we go in this world, we're always going to be protected by Him. So I hope you guys enjoy. I'm starting off on 39. This is Jasher, chapter 34, verse 39. Where I'm going to end at, I don't know. So let's begin. And these men left the city and went to the city of Tabnak. And they came there and told the inhabitants of Tabnak all that had befallen them, and all the sons of Jacob had done to the city of Shechem. And the news reached Yeshub. Forgive me on the pronunciation of the names. Sovereign of Tabnak, and he sent men to the city of Shechem to see those young men, for the sovereign did not believe them in this account, saying, how could two men lay waste such a large city as Shechem? And the messengers of Yeshub came back and told him, saying, we came to the city, and it is destroyed. There is not a man there, only weeping women. Neither is any flock or cattle there, for all that was in the city sons of Jacob took away. And Yeshub wondered at this, saying, how could two men do this matter, to destroy so large a city, and not one man able to stand against them? So I'm guessing the two people that escaped, they didn't tell them that they made them circumcised. Or maybe they didn't know. But anyways, though. For the like has not been from the days of Nimrod, and not even from the earliest time has the like come to pass. And Yashub, sovereign of Tanakh, said to his people, be courageous, and we will go and fight against the Ibri, Hebrews, and do to them as they did to the city. And we will avenge the cause of the people of the city. And Yashub, sovereign of Tanakh, consult with his counselors about this matter. And his counselors said to him, alone you will not prevail over the Ibrim, for they must be powerful to do this work to the whole city. If two of them laid waste the whole city, and no one stood against them, indeed, if you go against them, they will also rise against us and destroy us also. But if you would send to all the sovereigns that surround us, and let them come together, then we will go with them and fight against the sons of Jacob. Then you will prevail against them. And Yashub heard the words of his counselors, and their words pleased him and his people. And he did so. And Yashub, sovereign of Tapnach, sent to all the sovereigns of the Amorites that surrounded Shechem and Tapnach, saying, go up with me, and assist me, and we will smite Jacob the Ibri and all his sons, and destroy them from the earth. For thus he did to do. Oh my goodness, sorry. For thus did he do to the city of Shechem, and do you not know of it? And all the sovereigns of the Amorites heard of the evil that the sons of Jacob had done to the city of Shechem, and they were greatly astonished at them. And the 7 sovereigns of the Amorites assembled with all their armies, about 10,000 men, with drawn swords, and they came to fight against the sons of Jacob. And Jacob heard that the sovereigns of the Amorites assembled to fight against his sons, and Jacob was greatly afraid, and it distressed him. And Jacob cried out against Shimon and Levi, saying, What is this deed that you did? Why have you injured me, to bring against me all the children of Canaan, to destroy me and my household? For I was at rest, even I and my household, and you have done this matter to me, and provoked the inhabitants of the land against me by your doings. So yeah, obviously we can see Jacob's very stressed out right now. Like, I got everyone coming against us now. They're about to surround us and destroy us and all these things. And here's the part that just had me like overzealous, I guess the word is, but I was just like, you about to see in a second. And Yahudah answered his father, saying, Was it for naught my brothers Shimon and Levi killed all the inhabitants of Shechem? Indeed, it was because Shechem had humbled our sister and transgressed the command of our Elohim to Noach. I say Noach now because the H little thing, and okay, I'm not going to get into that. Let me just continue. And transgressed the command of our Elohim to Noah and his children. For Shechem took our sister away by force and committed adultery with her. And Shechem did all this evil, and not one of the inhabitants of his city stopped him to say, Why would you do this? Only for this my brothers went and smote the city, and Yahuah delivered it into their hands, because its inhabitants had transgressed the commands of our Elohim. Is it then for naught that they have done all this? And now, why are you afraid or distressed? And why are you displeased at my brothers? And why is your wrath kindled against them? Indeed, Elohim, who delivered the city of Shechem and its people into their hand, he will also deliver into our hands all the Canaanites, sovereigns, who are coming against us, and we will do to them as my brothers did to Shechem. Now be at peace about them, and cast away your fears, but trust in Yahuah our Elohim, and pray to him to assist us and deliver our enemies into our hands. I think I'll stop right there, because then that's when pretty much Yahudah just tells his father's servant to check out like where where the armies are coming from and stuff like that, how close they're coming and all that, and then they just prepare for battle. So that's the ending. I'm gonna end off at verse 56. Isn't that wonderful? Like his son just had to tell his father to lock in, man. Like, how are you afraid? Like, how are you afraid when we got the Elohim of the whole earth, the Father of all creation on our side? How can you be afraid if He allowed just 2 of us to take over this whole city, this large city? What is these armies really going to be like when we have Him? He allowed us to take over this city with just the two of us. These armies ain't gonna be nothing. He's gonna deliver them to our hands as well. So I mean, to me, I just felt like, and I just literally read this today or a few minutes before this video. Once I read this and then I stopped at 35, I was like, yeah, let me just make a video on this because this feels amazing. It's like, I don't know, maybe it's just me, but how can we really be afraid when we have the Elohim of Yasharel, when we have the Elohim of all creation by our side? Now I get it, there's other powerful scriptures that, we can use. We got Psalms, we got Proverbs and stuff like that. But just reading these extra biblical books and getting the meat of the matter of the things that aren't explained in Genesis, stuff like that, I just found it very interesting and just amazing, how they had no fear. His sons didn't have no fear. And Yahudah just put his father Yaakov back in his place, like to remember who we're serving and that he will protect us wherever we go. So that's the end of this. I don't want to try to make this long by going into any other further explanations of things, but hopefully this brings uplifting spirits to people, that to remember that whatever distresses we're going through, as long as you're being obedient to the Father's commands, he can deliver your enemies into your hand. So, till next time, everyone, thank you for watching, and Yah bless you all.